This is how we ride. This is how we do.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I gotta say something. I just gotta lead off with saying this. You know, streaming is a very important part of this industry, and it's going to definitely make or break this sport. And the presentation of these streams is what's going to either have this sport go up or go down. The FloRacing Night in America production, how it's set up with the talks before, during, after, how the announcers get along, how informed they are about things that are happening, going on, little tidbits, is the standard, I think, that everyone else needs to look to hopefully accomplish one day. I know what they're doing is very hard over there at Flo, but the world's monkey see, monkey do. Obviously, the announcers have a lot of work to do to get to a Ben Shelton, Dustin Jarrett level, which is probably the best combinational announcing team that I have seen or listened to or experienced in a very long time. You got some people who could one hitter like no one else, kind of like Essex on his own is amazing. Of course, Rick Eshelman on his own is amazing. Johnny Gibson alone on his own is amazing. But as far as a team of Tando, I don't know if there's anyone out there equatable right now to Dustin Jarrett and Ben Shelton on what they're able to do out there. You also add Blake Anderson with the pit reporting, and it's amazing what you have there for a product. So I just hope that a lot of the people out there are seeing this example and monkey see, monkey do it, because it's an amazing format that I think is a example of producing this dirt track racing event night-based situation in a positive light, and is also going to be the type of productions that grow this sport in the streaming industry that we need. Is going to be necessary to take this thing to the next level if it is ever to get there. As far as the racing last night at Brownstown, I mean, what I was surprised about is this new late model tire. To me, this was kind of the first test we got with the new national late model tire on how well it holds up against severe rubbered up conditions, and it looked like no issues at all, really. Of course, you had Kyle Larson in a modified again, and he did not dominate or do anything extremely impressive. Tyler Nicely won. Apparently, he had a close loss. He mentioned in victory lane. And I know that I have been critical of Kyle Larson, and not necessarily of him as a person, but of his fans and of how he is utilized in the world of motorsports. And that's what I hope some of you people understand. But there are certain times that it don't matter what you think of Kyle Larson and how he's utilized, that you got to defend this son of a bitch. This Kyle Larson, and I've said it from day one, is one of the best damn race car drivers we've ever seen. He jumps in anything, anywhere, and performs well. But some people are not appreciative of him doing that at all. See, I love it. I understand where the money's made, and I understand that the only way these dirt track racers are going to get big money sponsors or big money or big attention or anything like that is by being able to be represented to the world as the best of the best. And Kyle Larson does do you a service by coming into your series and giving you an opportunity to beat one of the damn best drivers the world's ever seen. And that's where I think media is lacking, is when our guys kick his ass, that's not promoted enough. Because when you whoop his ass, you're doing something special, and the world should know about it. They should know how you're not a little minor league dirt racer. You're one of the best race car drivers in the country, and you just proved it by kicking Kyle Larson's ass. Now, when I say defend Kyle Larson, some people are seeing it as sad, pathetic, egotistical that he will even come down and run modifieds or dirt late models at all and take money off their plate. Taking money from the little guys. This sport is an ego-driven sport. It ain't about the money and the dollars. It's about saying, I won this, I did that, I sponsored that car, I make that car go around the track, I won this race, I did this, I did that. It's an ego-driven sport. And those who don't have the competitive nature with the ego are the ones who come out here and, he's taking money off of my plate. Why is that your first excuse? Why is that the thing coming out of your mouth? He's better than you. Okay, well, be better than him. Kick his ass. Where's the competitive? Where's the warrior? And this is probably coming from a bunch of people who are psychologically deranged to think that Kyle Larson is just better than everybody, when you got examples every single week of him getting beat by people. And if you don't think you can beat him and he's just that much better than you, well, then get out of racing completely, because you can't get out there on the racetrack behind the wheel of a race car and think anyone is better than you if you plan to win the damn race. And I will defend Kyle Larson till the day I'm gone, or he's gone, one of the two, that he has every right to be out here on these racetracks no matter what his personal financial situation is, because if you're going to worry about his personal financial situation, let's worry about everybody else's now. Does he really have more money than somebody who owns a giant construction business or a equipment rental service or a trucking company? Does he? That makes y'all's cars go around the racetrack? You think Nutrient Ag has less money? You think this company has less money? That company has less money than Kyle Larson? Somebody who didn't come from money? He came from nothing. They gave everything they had, gave it away for a damn outlaw go-kart, and he's raced his way to everything that he has now, and he's earned every damn dollar and opportunity that he's got. And that's true. I don't ignore these things when I criticize the things that I see. And it's these mentalities out here who comes down and takes money is the reason some of y'all don't deserve no fucking opportunities. That ain't how Kyle Larson thought. That ain't how winners or champions think. Once again, really at the end of the day, none of this is about money. It's about ego. And what's going to be best for your ego? Beating just the regular old guys or beating Kyle Larson too? I mean, look at Kyle Steffens last night in a modified. Even on the modified level, this is true. Look, Kyle Steffens made a life memory. And this is a regular modified UMP guy, made a life memory. He passed Kyle Larson on a rubber down one-lane racetrack. He could tell his great-grandkids this story, and it'll be the biggest thing in his entire life. Ever. Why not appreciate Larson being here? NASCAR don't appreciate him being there. Denny Hamlin, his lifelong buddy over there, is trashing him to everybody. He had the brawl with Bubba Wallace, all this crap. They don't even want to race with him. They are envious and jealous to the point they criticize him. He gets run in the wall by Ryan Priest, and his buddy says, oh, well, he races too hard because they don't know how to race. My issue is I just want the dirt guys and these regular guys to get the credit that where credit's due when they kick his ass, because apparently the only people who get the credit when they beat Kyle Larson's in NASCAR. Y'all give credit to just Logano's and Hamlins and Kyle Busch's and think they're some kind of gods too, but they ain't shit to me. I think the guys on the dirt track are just as special and talented, and when they beat Kyle Larson, I want them to get the same amount of credit as a Kyle Busch or Denny Hamlin does on Sunday. But that offends some of you people. A minuscule amount of teams are actually making any money, and I get that some of that money can make up some of it, but most of them have like private or public or corporate financiers that make them go into the racetrack, and they're somewhat just a part of the circus. And after that circus, the only thing that's up for grabs is the ego to say that they're winning or sponsoring or supporting or doing something special on the racetrack. And what could be more special on the racetrack than beating the greatest driver in some people's mind of all time? That opportunity is worth way more than anything you can actually win in monetary value on the racetrack. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to subscribe and we will catch you next time.
This is how we